has a constitutional application or interpretation element. And the second element, the second thing we must show is that it must be raising a matter of general public importance. And this is not, you don't just walk in and say it raises a matter of general public importance. It has to be certified. First of all, you go to the Court of Appeal, where the decision emanates. And once the Court of Appeal agrees with you that your appeal raises a matter of general public importance, it will be certified and come to us. Or, if you are denied, you can come to us and you say that my matter raises a GPI question, general public importance question, and the Court of Appeal has denied me an opportunity to access the Supreme Court. So we can review the decision of the Court of Appeal. So in all these cases that we've had, whether it's matrimonial, whether it's land, whether it's child maintenance, custody, they must meet this threshold. So that's how you should see it, Mr. Mr. Mulendi was also concerned that we made unanimous decision. A good point, I must say. Why do we? Because sometimes you have no reason to have so many decisions when the issues are so straightforward. But you know that even where we were unanimous in the BBI case, each one of us held an opinion separately. But I'll take your message. You know, we do peer review. So when I go back, I say, I think this time, I know we are very busy, because you know what it takes for us to write one judgment? Nearly 3 months, or sometimes more. So if each one of us was to concentrate on one appeal, the 7 of us, taking 3 months, and we have other cases pending, that will take a bit of time. So I'll propose to my colleagues that those very serious matters, even presidential election, those may be very tricky. Because if you express yourself in a way that tomorrow you are marked, so those may be tricky to have individual expressing themselves. There are many important jurisdictional areas that I think it is important for us to express ourselves so that people can know what our philosophies are and what our thinkings are on certain areas. The President asked the Court of Appeal contradictory decisions. Maybe, you know, for a long time, the Court of Appeal would only have one bench. Since independence, there were 5 judges. It was actually like a private members club. You have 7 judges. The biggest number of judges before 2010 was, I think, 12. That was very big. And so, because they were able to just sit in one court, if they went to Kisumu circuit, just one court, 3 of them, and the next day, another 3. Or to post the number to sit on appeal, the 3 to begin with. And so there was no occasion where they contradicted themselves. There was no occasion where their decisions conflicted, because they were able to check. But as the Court of Appeal grew, where in a day you have 5 benches sitting in Nairobi alone, and you have 2 benches sitting in Mombasa and Kisumu, in Nakuru, you are bound to have this. But having sat in that court, and given the facilities we have as judges, we have legal researchers, we have law clerks, and then we have technology. Then we have latest AI. Is there really any reason why our decisions should conflict? No. We should be able to tell that we have decided a similar case this way, and we must decide that way unless there are exceptional circumstances to depart. And when you depart, you must say you're departed. You don't depart accidentally. It should not be seen by reading two judgments that you have departed without saying. And so, Mr. President, whenever we see decisions from the Court of Appeal where we think that it has not applied its previous decisions consistently and there is no reason to depart, we have always told them. Not in the manner the Court of Appeal used to tell the High Court judges whenever they erred. The judgment of the Court of Appeal would read that this judgment to be served on Judge X, who has the tendency of not following the law and writing his or her own things, and then that judgment will be served. You would not sleep for 2 weeks before that. But we don't do that in the Supreme Court. We just say that look at this decision made by the Court of Appeal, look at this, and you do not understand why they departure. Thank you.
Chief Guest, Honorable Justice William Ouko, members of the Judiciary, Chuka Law Courts, our Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Kindiki, our school management, our Dean, Dr. Wycliffe Otiso, our Chair of Department, our able lecturers, our students from the School of Law, students from other faculties, good evening. Good evening once more. My name is Egon Meshak. I'm a third-year law student and the president for the School of Law. I want to take this opportunity to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the students. So personally, and on behalf of the students, I want to begin by thanking the judiciary, that is Chuka Law Courts, for the opportunities they have always offered us. Number one, beginning with attachments. Number two, attending our events whenever we call them. And thank you very much, Judiciary. Secondly, I want to thank you, the student fraternity, for making it to this event. This is an honor and much respect for our Honorable Justice William Ouko. Secondly, I want to thank our able lecturers. I'm sure you've heard the questions being asked by our students. Most are asking based on dissenting opinions of judges. I want to thank our lecturers, Mr. Mwai, Mr. Odur, and Mr. Roba, because they usually emphasize that we need to read dissenting opinions of judges. And this actually minimizes our students reading cases through AI and ChatGPT. So we are sharp legal minds. Lastly, I want to thank our Dean before I thank our Chief Guest. I want to thank our Dean, Dr. Wycliffe Otiso, for always connecting us to the outside environment, both professionally and academically. We've been having different scholars, legal scholars, from legal practitioners, from judges, and even from all other spheres, including presidents of the Law Society of Kenya, Tarakaniti branch. I want to thank you, our Dean. Lastly, I want to thank you, Honorable Justice for the Supreme Court, Honorable William Ouko. It is not we don't take it for granted, the fact that you've taken your time, driven in your own fuel, and come to Chuka University to give us a public lecture. Just imagine the fuel for a V8 Gazla machine from Nairobi to Chuka. So thank you very much. It's an honor. I'm sure our students have learned a lot, and we say that pass our greetings to the fellow members of the bench and the Chief Justice. Tell them we are thoroughly reading our books and we shall meet in practice. So, asanteni sana. I think it would be courteous enough for us to plan a trip to the Supreme Court, right? Yeah, so asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki, awazidishie neema. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, President. Now I would like to invite Acting VC to come and close this session. Thank you.
Honorable Justice William Buko, the Chief Magistrate, Chuka Law Courts, and the legal fraternity of Chuka. The management of Moy University present, and some of them are. You want to do something? Chuka. Never mind. Okay, the management of Chuka. Okay, Chuka University. Okay, and the dean of the faculty, the lecturers in the faculty, lecturers from other faculties and schools who joined us for this important lecture, the students, even who come from other schools or faculty who came to listen and understand the pioneers of the School of Law with us and present with us. Mine is very simple. Just to say that we recognize the presence of all of us in this gathering and this meeting. First, I want to thank the School of Law and the dean, the students, all of us. But really, this is a recommendable way to go in terms of trying to link the students with those who have been ahead of us in terms of the legal practice and speak to us on practical issues of what they experience in those law courts. It's not an easy thing to rise from this level, and we invite you, sir, to come in your very busy schedule to come and speak to our students. We value your presence, and we value also the time you have taken to travel all the way from Nairobi to come to Chuka University. Madam Chief Magistrate, we want to thank you so much, and I can see you are well represented here at Chuka University. You can see the kind of questions you have been raised by our students. If we had the time, this would be going on and on and on, and write a very long thesis, and then we have 3 months to write the report, because I understand judges retreat for about 3 months to write and to give their submissions. It's not an easy job, isn't it? Our students are up to date, and I want to thank you so much. And you have proved that really Chuka University is a university to be, watched. Otherwise, we are overtaking other universities, Justice Ouko, because we are ahead of quite of the universities that people know. When we were in school, we used to know one university. If you say you are a judge or a magistrate, people just conclude you are from the University of Nairobi. Is that true or false? Yeah. These days, when you do interviews, you must be very careful. Somebody may talk in a very, very interesting way, not just interesting, but very scholarly way. And then you really wonder, is he from University of Nairobi? Before you pen down his